Um, my name is Margaret Ann Windsor, and I was kidnapped from Buckingham Palace in 1941, brought to Moulton, Alabama, and given the name of a twin, Peggy Ann Dempsey, and I married a Childers. I'm going to show you later when I found out about my real name and my kidnapping in 83, the fall of 83. I later got the birth certificates because that's the name I still have to use until I can get mine back. I hope. I'm 75 years old. I don't know. But this is just a partial of the twin Carl. Both twins were dead. They were killed by their mother. Lina, they were born out of wedlock, and they were born in Moulton, Alabama, which is Lawrence County. And here, I've just copied and left part of it off, but the state of Alabama sent, when I got the death certificate and birth certificate for Carl and for Peggy, the name I have to use, they had marked through the date of birth, and on one of them they marked through the year. They had it 38, and the date I was given was January the 7th, 39. Well, it's illegal to mark through anything and change it on the certificates. It even says that on here by the state of Alabama. But they've done it. It's like blatant. What's anybody going to do about it? My kidnapping, so what? Anyway, as you can see here, January the 7th, and I didn't get the rest of that. They just marked through the, it's on the birth certificates. They even got different years. And one of them didn't even mark out the year, just the state, just the month. Before I lose you, I wrote about mind control murders, and that's the reason I'm redoing this one. And I'm doing this because Larry Flint helped me during the campaign in 83 when I ran for Congress to replace Dr. U.S. Congressman Larry McDonald from Atlanta, Georgia, Piedmont Hospitals, where he practiced. And I wrote about murders there in Cobb County, Warren and Rosina Matthews, and that was a mind control. Buddy Darden prosecuted it, and then I believe Tom Sharon, DA. Anyway, one of the girls was supposed to be under mind control, or they called it hypnosis. Mind control is done more thoroughly. It can produce programming and all that, and it's what they're into. But anyway, his plane went down August the 31st of 83, and it was en route from Juneau, Alaska to Seoul, South Korea, and all aboard the KAL went down. Larry McDonald went down, supposedly, and I was in that campaign. The person that shot Larry Flint in Lawrenceville, Georgia, March the 6th of 78, while I was living in Cobb County, Marietta, where so much of this happened. He did this article, and later in 84, and he said I knew who was responsible for his shooting. And it's mind control. They killed his attorney. I'm showing you that because I've sent letters. Well, I've gone to the media. I've gone to everybody. They're not going to tell it because to tell about it mind control is invisible. The murders that I've told about over the years, this didn't just start yesterday. I came up here in 86 because I couldn't get jobs or anything, and I came up and camped and starved and froze, quite frankly, for so long. The Virginia Tech shootings, where 33 and the shooter was programmed to shoot himself, like so many of them. The Sandy Hook shooter, he's actually just a weapon. He's following commands that he doesn't even know he's getting, and he can't stop it. Sandy Hook, this man was from, he's a psychiatrist, and he finished school at Blacksburg, Virginia Tech, and he was from Vinton, Roanoke here. He was a psychiatrist, and he's a shooter there. Well, he's under command to shoot. This is my sons, Mark and Scott. Mark is heir after me. My father, I found out, is King Edward VIII, who never married Wallace Simpson. This shows you what the New World Order is like in my own family, some of them, Elizabeth and my Uncle George, who helped kidnap me. I'm Victoria II, born in '39, and this is me a long time ago, and this is my son Mark, heir after me, and this is Scott. This is one of the shootings. I said they were done in patterns, and this is one of the shootings in Tucson, and this is Mark Kelly and Gabby Gifford. She was a congresswoman. Mark Kelly was a twin to Scott Kelly. Both are astronauts. Now, there's a lot more to that, but you can get the gist of it there a little. Now, I wanted to go to the recent ones, and I did want to put this in, so hopefully, wow, I hope this is going to go. I'm having trouble getting my videos up. This is Lyle and Eric Menendez, and this was one, I told about these, they're like ongoing over the years, and it's weird because I didn't pick up on this, and I'll get too detailed here, and I'll lose you before this tape goes out, video goes off. The media picks up on these that are in patterns, and anyway, a lot of them anyway. So Lyle and Eric were programmed to shoot their parents, and they lived in Beverly Hills. And anyway, I'll let that one go. Now then, I wanted to go to the reason I'm doing this one. I have written to Justin Ross. Ross was my son Scott's name in the book, and Christopher was Mark's name, because I wrote some about my son and myself. Okay, this, and I hope that Attorney Garrigus does not mind me using this, but his private detective, I did talk to him in 2010, and it was like telling me, hey, I know. Garrigus is a wonderful attorney, I'm sure. I like him. I feel like he's one of the honest. But anyway, specifically, his investigator's name was either Scott Ross or Ross Scott. In other words, it's a message saying, we know what you're talking about, because that's my son's name, Scott, and in the book it was Ross. And Scott, oh me, I'm trying to get this in, and quite frankly, I'm so tired now. Well, you know who, I am really tired. I better get off of here. Anyway, I wanted to connect this because the Justin Ross Harris and his wife both were under mind control. They were programmed. They don't even know it. They were in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and he is in the jail in Cobb County, where so much of this in Cobb County happened to me. And they know it. It's like they're not going to tell this. No one is. The media knows it, so forth and so on. So I wanted to just show you a little bit without getting into where it all fits in. You almost need a database, someone told me, and I guess that would be the database. His attorney's name is Herman, Herman, Maddox, and I am really tired. I've done a lot to Kilgore. Excuse me, Mr. Attorney Kilgore. I didn't mean to. But anyway, that's his attorney's name. And I did write him and sent did a video, a couple of videos a couple of days ago. Now, he left his son in the car, and this has happened before a lot of times, and I didn't piece it together and like it was in patterns or anything. But that one certainly is, and he's innocent. The whole mess is programmed into him and his wife also. Like a Lincoln follow-up now out in Harris County, Texas, and that, I believe, is near Houston, is where the man Ron Lee Haskell, and his name doesn't mean anything to me, but it's the other. The Mark Herman of Harris County was the deputy, chief deputy that they had telling about this, Precinct 4. This sixth dead, he shot his children, I believe there were 4 of them, and they got him at a cul-de-sac, which has something to do in it, in Spring, Texas. And the young 15-year-old daughter, I believe she survived. She was in Herman, Hermann, hospital.